Just thought might start with just kind of breaking down how things are going at the quarterback position. In regard to Chance, I know, one of the things you guys wanted to see is an improvement in accuracy downfield. How do you feel like that's come along? And then what other areas of improvement that you hope to see from Chance this spring? Is that coming along?
Yeah, no, I feel like he's made some strides, and we've challenged him, right, downfield accuracy, particularly in the play action movement game, and we've seen some positive clips, and we're tweaking with some, playing with a little bit of some technique stuff, particularly with his lower body, to try to get him a little bit more balanced and with some things, and I think we've seen some progress with that, and hopefully we'll continue to see as he works on that on his own, kind of moving through this summer. We'll see it, pay off for us next fall.
This is the longest stretch that Tristan's had where he's been able to, actually do a lot with the offense. How do you feel like he's come along this spring?
Pretty good. It's just for the spring, that was a big piece for us, is just kind of seeing where him and seeing where Ben, those guys both haven't been out there for a year, just seeing how they kind of be able to bounce back from their injuries. And I think he's done a nice job with rehab-wise, getting himself back. I feel like he's, 100% go, and he's always been a little bit limited moving, outside of the pocket for him. But this spring, I think he really has a really good understanding of the offense. He's been around for a long time, knows the system, and when he's able to set his feet, he's made some big time throws, I feel, for us.
The mobility part, that really is what separates Chance and the other two, isn't it? The fact that he can get outside. And how important is that in your offense, do you feel like?
It's a big part, and I think there was with some of the frustrations, the Chance felt like we kind of missed some things passing game wise. For every one of those, there were some plays that he made with his legs when things maybe weren't open downfield, or things maybe broke down protection wise, where he was able to go get a first down with his feet. I just think that's a bonus at the quarterback position. I don't think it's a necessity in the offense, but I think having a guy like that can create some plays with his feet is definitely fun to have. You don't have to call the perfect play all the time, or always protect it perfect.
I don't know how much you're dialed into what the offensive line is doing, but with Brandon, what have you seen from him moving inside? What does he add to the inside part, or is that just out of necessity you needed him to play guard this year?
No, I think it fits him. I think that's moving on to the next level. I think that's where his future will be. And we feel like we've got another pretty good player in Tolley out there playing at right tackle. Felt like that he was pretty natural out there, and I think Kip can play both, really. But no, I think that was more Coach Mahalchek feeling like that this was kind of the best fit given the personnel that we've got, and I think that's where he'll end up playing at the next level.
Yeah.
With camp starting to wind down now, and you look back at the last 3 weeks of practice, how much do you feel like you guys have accomplished as an offense as a whole, and what are you looking for over the last couple of days?
Yeah, I think we've grown. We showed a deal to the offense, the growth that I think we made from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage. In the first scrimmage, we had a number of pre-snap penalties and some turnovers, kind of sloppy football, and as a result didn't score very many touchdowns, and then came out this last scrimmage, cleaned some of that stuff up, and it was good to show those guys. I thought guys stepped up and made some plays in that scrimmage, and you could definitely see the growth and that we made, I think, just in the short course of that time. And then this last week, just continuing, I think, with the finish our install up and some situational stuff moving ahead at the end of the week. And then I think it's always fun in the spring game when you get some of the cameras out there, Pac-12 network out there, a little bit, some more fans, is to see, which guys can perform, in that environment, go out and execute their techniques and make some plays in that setting. So I think that's always fun for us as coaches to be able to see which guys step up there.
You've obviously lost some offensive linemen off last year's team, good running backs, some receivers. Do you still feel like this could be as explosive and dynamic an offense as you've had here?
I think it's too early to tell right now. I do. I think we've still got some things depth-wise on the offensive line that I think we've got to figure out. I do feel like there's solid core of skill players that have been around here. You talk about Luke Musgrave, and Tristan Harrison's now been around for a little bit and has made some plays for us. Tyjon Lindsey's been around for a while. Anthony Gould is an explosive player. I think we've got some talent. Got to see it a little bit more, see how we kind of grow through the summer, and then I would like to continue to build that depth on the offensive line, and then continue to have the quarterbacks get the quarterback to play at a higher level. But I think we have the potential to do it. We'll see if we get there, but I'll know more in fall camp about where we're at once we kind of solidify who's going to be the starters and where they're all at.
A couple of weeks ago, Coach Smith kind of said, you guys use spring ball as an opportunity not only to measure who's going to start, who's going to be in the travel squad early on, but a chance to kind of create new plays and get creative on the offense and defense. Having so many returners and guys that have live game action, does that make it easier or maybe more fun for you as a coach to try new things?
Yeah, no, I think it's. I look at the quarterback room, especially all those guys. When we got really no new guys, those guys have been around for a while, and we threw the install at them pretty aggressively this spring, and threw a lot at them, a lot of different looks for the defense, and I thought our guys did a good job. So I think every time you got a veteran team, I agree with you. It's we can definitely challenge them as far as the install goes, and push them a little bit, and then be able to access a little bit bigger menu when we get to the fall.
When it comes to fan favorites and veterans out there, Jack Coletto seems to never fail when he steps on the field. What is it like for you to coach him and watch him? He's all over the place. Have you ever had a guy on your team that's been maybe so successful at both plays or anywhere where he's at?
I think in bits and pieces at other places, but man, over the course of these last couple of years, he's really taken off with that role, and I really like it because he was a former quarterback that you feel really comfortable with him calling the play, him maybe making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage, him catching the snap, and then I feel like I always really like coaching smart players, and I feel like he's one of the smarter, more savvy guys on the team, and also kind of brings now a little bit of understanding about how linebackers are fitting different things, and just has a real knack for getting those short yardage situations. And I'm excited because I feel like we've got some pretty cool things moving forward. There's a lot of possibilities with different ways that we can use them. It's just how much do we get to use them on offense? We'd like to have them more.
You don't have to tell me, it's okay.
Who are some guys you feel like have improved the most from day one to now?
There's about the one that stands out really to me is Damian Martinez, the young running back. I feel like he's done a nice job. I think it's always tough coming in as a true freshman where just all this stuff is new to you, and I think he's done a nice job of learning the system, and you can really see the progress that he's made day one to where we're at day 12 right now, is more comfortable with the system, and he's flashed as physically. I feel like he's going to be ready to roll this fall and compete for some meaningful playing time. So I was really excited about him. And then the other one I think is Anthony Gould. I think we've been able to move him, put him in the slot, play him outside. He's played a number of different positions for us, and he just shows up day after day making plays for us. And so those two to me stand out. And the other one I'll say is Ben Gulbranson. I feel like this last scrimmage, I think we had him as 11 for 11 in the scrimmage, and made a lot of good decisions, made a lot of big plays for us, and I think he scored on all 4 of the drives that he was in. So it's been nice to have him back out there, and I feel like he's got a good grasp of what we're doing, and I think he'll be in the mix, come this fall. Yep.
Just to say, Damian obviously had the size coming in, big guy, but how long did it kind of take him to get up to speed with the pace of play here?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was much the pace of the play as it was him just feeling comfortable with the terminology and the system of what we were doing. I think he was the first half of spring. You could really see him thinking a lot, and I think things have slowed down for him a lot these last half of spring, and now he's just kind of able to go play and take advantage of his ability and go play ball. And so it's been fun to watch. Good to go.
Yep.
Thank you guys.